going, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video here. I'm just on my way home from school. We've got a big weekend planned. We're going to get all the parts torn out of this thing and get everything down to Innovative to get powder coated this weekend. I'm going to go over all the parts that we're going to be taking down and have a couple undecided ones yet. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do yet, but I think it's all going to turn out pretty good. I'm pretty excited for it. I'm excited to do another video here and get a little bit more into the action. So yeah, we're gonna get you some action this weekend, and hopefully from here on out the projects will pick up, and I'm excited to see where we go. So we just got the truck washed off and back in the garage. We're going to get started pulling everything out there. We got a lot of sandblasting to do today, and unfortunately it's raining outside. I just washed the truck off in this. It was a great time. So I'm going to try and set this little tent up out in the yard there somewhere so I can sandblast in the yard. So with this little sandblaster that we got, it actually worked pretty good. The only issue is this 12 grit stuff that I showed you guys, it will not run this actually through this gun or that gun there. It won't work in either of them. The aluminum oxide works pretty good. The only thing we had to do is we had to do a different hose. The hose that was on this thing was like a plastic-ish hose, nylon, I don't know what you want to call it. But the stuff just didn't flow through it. It would kink up really easy. So I got some like just 1/2 inch rubber heater hose, and the stuff seems to flow through this hose a lot better. So, but I don't have very much of this stuff, so we're gonna have to go get some more of this, and hopefully I can return that stuff. So here's a little bit of progress from the sandblaster. I want to kind of give you guys an up close view for a second here. Just want to show you. So you can see this thing takes a long time and it's pretty messy. The weather's crappy out. The driveway is going to be a mess. I have a pretty decent amount of parts to still do. So I asked Mark if he could get a hold of the powder coat guy at Innovative and ask him if I can just bring him down and let him sandblast him. I just think this is a waste of time for me. Using a proper sandblaster that those guys have in-house will probably take them no time to do all these parts. So basically I'm just gonna let them do it. Sometimes you gotta just let the pros do their work. So right now we're working on getting this intake out of here. Like I said, we're taking all this stuff out, so this mouthpiece is gonna come out, this pipe here, this is gonna come back out again, coolant bridge. wanted to show you guys the intake. I was messing with this for quite a bit. So before, this thing really rubbed on this AC line here, and it would always like pushed it and it would hit this pipe, and it was just a pain in the butt. So what I did is you can see here, I notched this open way more. I folded this back to this side. It used to be sticking out over here, and I folded it over to here so we can use that rad bolt right there that you can see. So we're going to use that. I notched it there so that when I put that bolt in, it can slide up onto this brace. So it should fit a lot better. It should be a lot more stable. It shouldn't vibrate around like it did before. So continue onward. So we got the cold side intercooler pipe out here, and I noticed this, I think this is part of the return from the CP3. That's what it looks like where it's going. But anyway, it's kinked. It may be hard for you guys to see. I'm trying to get this to focus here, but this is kinked pretty good on the inside. So I think we're going to do a little modification. So I think I'm going to basically cut this line right here, and we're just going to slip some fuel line, 1/4 inch fuel line. As you can see, that's all it is. This is actually going right under here, and then it just goes to this. So it's nothing real important, so I think that's what we're going to do for now. So you can see what we cut out here. I wasn't able to get the straightest cut. We're going to have to really clean that edge up, but you can see how bad this was kinked. I don't know, I really didn't like that, so it'll be a little cleaner too. I can put the fuel hose wherever I need it to go, whereas this, you couldn't really get it out of the way. It wouldn't, you know, this is what happens when you try and bend it. So we have most of the stuff out here. Now we're going to get working on this coolant bridge. I was looking into the Y bridge. I really don't know if I'm going to take it out or not yet. We're just going to have to wait and see. So a little update here. We got the turbo compressor housing off. We got the Y bridge out. We're pretty much have everything out that I wanted to get out tonight. The thermostat housing. The last thing we got to do is get this out real quick. Here's the Y bridge, the dirty hooker diesel Y bridge. It's actually a pretty nice piece. It's a single piece. It's molded, so it's nice and smooth. But this thing was an absolute nightmare to get out. It was terrible. Then we got the compressor housing. This wasn't too hard to get out. This looks like it'll go back in pretty easy too. So the last thing we're going to do tonight here is, like I was telling you guys before, this bracket on this coolant bridge. We're going to cut it off, grind it smooth, and then this is actually one of the heater hose bridges that goes from the thermostat to the heater hose. This bracket was bent pretty bad, and it doesn't really do anything, so we're going to cut it off and grind it smooth as well. As for tonight, that's going to pretty much wrap up everything. Tomorrow we're going to be taking a trip down to Innovative. Oh look, special guest. Say hi.
Stop.
What do you call that thing?
It's a dirty hooker dick.
So we're gonna get everything boxed up here. Alright guys, so here we are, end product, ready to go down Innovative. I just wanted to show you guys this part that I was grinding here and cut that bracket off. You can see it turned out pretty good, not too bad at all. So we're going to be taking all this down Innovative tomorrow morning, and I cleaned the inside of this real good. But yeah, so I went a little overboard, went a little extra than what I thought I was going to do, but I'm pretty excited to get everything back in the truck here. Here's the other tube I was grinding. I ground that bracket off, cut the bracket off and ground it down. Here's that one. And then another thing I did while I was in the process was this fuel line. You can see how dry rotted this hose was. That was actually going right to the CP3. So I'm glad I got that one changed. That's going to be a wrap for tonight. We're going to call it quits tomorrow morning. We're going to get that stuff down to Innovative there and pick everything up next weekend. Hopefully they do a nice job, which they always do. I'm sure they will. We got a lot of cleaning in the engine bay to do. So again, thanks for tuning into the channel. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.